Hello and welcome to, well, something we haven't done for a little while, which is a kind of a polytunnel video. And if you guys have subscribed to our channel and have looked at our previous videos on polytunnels, you know that we like to kind of give an update once a month. So at this point in time, we are January 2022. As you might have gathered, this is not our polytunnel. It's a little bit bigger than the one we normally have. But we are at a place called Butcombe Farm in Somerset. And we are working this year with a organisation, a charity called Uncle Paul's Chilli Charity. And I've got with me Pete, who works on the ground here. And as you can see, we are in a polytunnel that has previously grown chilies in the last year. But because it's January, everything has died back. We've got some chickens that are kind of helping strip back the plants a little bit because they will eat the leaves on chilli plants, bless them. But what we have is some fantastic space, and we need to prepare the tunnels for the season ahead. So first things first, what are we going to do? There's a lot of chilies that need to go, man.
Yeah, well, it's a bit different now this time of the year. It's definitely on the wing. So I think they've done that, like you said, the chickens have been here and pecked all the leaves off and
bless them,
turned the ground up, which is very useful and helpful. And I think we're just going to start taking the plants out very soon, and then we'll get to the soil and get that prepared, ready for the next lot.
All right, so two questions then. So you're getting the plants out, so you don't want to overwinter them?
No, I think we did think about trying to overwinter them, but it's such a large tunnel that it was going to be a big expense, and it does get very, very cold in here. So what we decided that we're going to grow fresh chilies every year, really.
Yeah.
It's part of the fun of it is the education side of things as well.
It is.
So, seed to table.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys have got some heated propagators that Greenhouse Sensations have kindly donated, so be using those, and we'll probably feature that in the next video if we can. You're talking about preparing the soil. What are you going to do to prepare the soil?
Yeah, well, this is kind of our second year here. It's a relatively new tunnel. We heavily manured it in the first season and put a little bit more in the second season. So I think we'll test, really. We'll probably add a few amendments, mostly organic material, and the chickens have been here obviously all through the winter,
yeah.
So they've been adding their little contribution.
Fertilisation, yeah.
But we'll just test the soil a little bit before. I think 2 years worth of manuring, we could be good to go, being honest.
Yeah.
But they do crop quite heavy, so they're quite hungry, really.
Yeah, that's good. And what are you testing the soil for?
Well, obviously we do the pH because the manure that's gone in. I think you said it's 6.5.
That's 6.5 is all right.
We're looking for, so we'll see where we go. We might add. There's quite a heavy clay initially that went in with part of the topsoil. That obviously with all the water in it over time it compacts. So we may add some mushroom compost just to lighten the soil up a little bit.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, so clay, if you're not overly familiar with the type of soil, as Pete says, it compacts. It doesn't particularly free drain, does it?
No.
It's not great. It can waterlog plants. So yeah, it's always good to have a bit of drainage in there in other forms. So it's always a good touch. So do we know what chilies are going to be growing this year?
To be honest with you, it's great that you're involved now. I think you're going to have a fairly big, hefty influence on that. And obviously Mark, he gets chili seeds from all over the place, and I think we started off with whatever chilies we could get hold of, really. But this year we sort of sweated it down a little bit, and we're just going to kind of refine and grow specifically really for the sauces and the jams that we're growing.
Yeah.
And maybe some show ones, and obviously for the sort of events that you do.
Excellent. Well, yeah, so if you want to check out what these guys actually make with their chilies, the website is on your screen now, and basically if you do purchase any of these products, the proceeds do go to the charity, which is great as well. So they're using, I think last year you were growing things like ahi lemons and fire sticks, so jalapenos, so nothing OTT on heat, but very good, flavoursome, quite heavy cropping plants, which is lovely. Yeah. We're going to be working with these guys throughout the year as well to help with their show tunnel. We've got some weird and wonderfuls that we're growing at the moment, which we'll then bring here, because the plan is to introduce farm tours and obviously try and bring as much money in as possible for the charity. Tell us about the charity itself as well. What are people, if people come here or they donate, what's going to happen?
So I'll try and give it a brief, but basically the charity is set up to help any young people that have got a barrier to progression, employment, or learning, That can range from mobility issues, learning difficulties, behavioural issues, any kind of barrier to moving forward. The charity's set up to help them. So the donations go towards building the facility itself, but it also goes to creating employment for students that come here. So obviously we get a lot of education on the ground. A lot of different agencies and schools use the place as a work placement or a recreational place or somewhere where they can have kind of events. And the money that we make from that then goes on to create employment for the learners in any of the environments that we use. So it's not just to grow in the chilies, we've got market gardens, and we've also got the kitchens, and going forwards we're going to have shops and retail and marketing. So in any of those areas there could be an opportunity for a young person to get some kind of employment or work experience so that we can help them move on in life.
Awesome, excellent stuff. Well, I think without further ado, should we start getting some plants up? Let's
do it.
Start making
Let's
some
do
work.
this.
All right, let's get going.
Get some tools.
So that is the first row done. We've got another 1, 2, 3, we've got another 4 to do. It didn't take long, did it? So, no. Pretty quick. Chickens are going to help sort of turn things over a bit as well. So yeah, so that's kind of January in a nutshell. We're going to continue clearing, and then we'll be turning over the soil and so forth, and hopefully we'll get another one in February. So please check back with us, and we'll hopefully give you a whole year in the life of. Cheers for now.